May is National Mental Health Awareness Month.
Every day during the month of May and every day of the year, the City of Lynn remains committed to raising awareness about mental health, its impact on our community, and the resources provided here in our city to support you.
National Mental Health Awareness Month serves as an opportunity to elevate the efforts of the city, providers, and organizations that ensure we are there for our residents regardless of their diagnosis, socioeconomic status, or background.
As we raise awareness on mental health, we must also fight against the stigma around those dealing with mental illness and the stigma towards speaking up and seeking help. Additionally, we must also continue to provide opportunities to educate the public and support policies that provide equitable and accessible support to our residents with mental illness.
The Public Health Department is here for you, and we want you to reach out to us so that we can connect you to the necessary tools and resources that best support you. El Departamento de Salud Pública está aquí para usted y queremos que se comunique con nosotros para que podamos conectarlo con las herramientas y los recursos necesarios que mejor lo apoyen.
If you're a student, please do not hesitate to reach out to the school department or a staff member in your school.
May is Mental Health Awareness Month, and it's a perfect opportunity for us to talk about the experiences of Black, Indigenous, and people of color in accessing proper mental health care. It is very important for us to understand that this community disproportionately is impacted in accessing these services because sometimes they're misdiagnosed, overdiagnosed, or underdiagnosed, and just getting access to those resources in a culturally competent way could be a challenge. I'll use myself as an example. For a year, I searched for a therapist of color and I could not find anyone. After a year, finally, I was able to find someone who understood my lived experiences, and I was able to connect with them. But this is not always the truth, right? We do not have a lot of mental health professionals of color, and that creates a whole different barrier. Not to mention the language access barrier. I know many people who speak Spanish that have had a really hard time finding a Spanish-speaking therapist. So these are all things for us to think about and be aware of. I also want to talk about, Pride Month is coming, and it's also very important for us to think about how the LGBTQ community is also impacted by access to mental health care, and that their lived experiences are understood as they're navigating resources. So as you think about this month, I want to leave you with this information, and please do some research if you want to learn more.
National Mental Health Awareness Month is an opportunity for all of us to come together, care for one another, and to acknowledge that mental health is public health. El Mes Nacional sobre la Salud Pública es una oportunidad para que todos nos unamos, nos cuidemos unos a otros y reconozcamos que la salud mental es salud pública.